Later that night, all the girls were talking about how cute Logan and the other boys were. Then, thinking I was so cool because I knew Logan the best, besides Kelsey, of course, I told my friends out loud how much I preferred Logan without his shirt on. He was right behind me. Much laughter ensued from my friends, as well as Logan. I avoided him now at all costs, because he loved to tease me about it. Knowing he wasn't home made being here much more relaxing. "You can go pick the pizza. There's a bunch in the freezer in the laundry room." "Which freezer?" Kelsey's family had a ranch and a dairy farm. Their home boasted not one full-size freezer, like a normal family, but 3. "Last freezer. No fungus." "I know." Our opinions on mushrooms would always be drastically different. I left Kelsey in the kitchen, pulling out more cheese to add to our frozen cardboard, and walked down the darkened hallway toward the laundry room connected to the garage entry in the back of the house. I walked easily, feeling almost as at home in my best friend's house as my own. The familiarity began gaining ground in my head as I rounded the corner that led to the laundry room. It became a game to me, a challenge. Make it to the freezer and back without turning on any lights. The laundry room was almost completely black, minus a sliver of outside light from the window. Upon entering, 3 massive freezers lined the left wall, and straight ahead was a sink and a washer and dryer. Cabinets and a small table, littered with missing socks and towels, took up the rest of the space. I was halfway into the room, headed toward the last freezer, stealthy as a cat, eye on my target, when a sudden movement directly in front of me disturbed the room. At a glance, it looked like the silhouette of a person facing away from me with 2 arms raised in the darkness. 2 arms raised, taking off a shirt? What? And then a noise. Breathing? My heart lurched first. I lurched second. My feet had tangled up with something in the middle of the floor. Combine that with the overconfident speed of my entry, and I tumbled forward, arms flailing, and gripped the first thing my hands connected with. Fabric on a warm body. And like my 8th grade science teacher had taught me just that morning, gravity took me down. The elastic shorts on the shadowy personage in front of me, which I naturally clutched in my hands to prevent my fall, came down with me. My knees stopped a full descent, along with large hands frantically gripping mine, holding me up, but, more importantly, keeping the shorts from sliding down his body any more than they already had. I was splayed forward, my top half in a Superman position, both hands locked on the fabric of the shorts, with my knees bent as if in prayer. I said a few prayers just then. I prayed to make it all go away. I imagined myself having a redo on what would surely end up being the most mortifying night of my life. How easy it would have been to tamp down the strange and completely idiotic ego trip and turn on the light before entering a darkened room in a house not my own. I prayed that the person who stood before me, facing away from me, thank goodness, was not Logan Martin. Even though I knew, without a doubt, that was exactly who it was. I prayed that this had not happened to me, but mostly, I prayed that the light from yonder window wasn't shining on a very firm and taut partial moon before me, inches from my face, my eyeballs searing every detail into my brain. 3 seconds. That was all it took to land from point A to point B. If point A was a young, naive, bumbling idiot, and point B was, "Thanks for the memories, Kels. I'll see myself out. Have a nice life." 2 more seconds, and Logan had extracted himself from my grip, yanked up his shorts, and moved around me to fumble for the light switch. My top half plummeted to the ground without Logan's body holding me up. Blinding light broke through the dark.